Oh dear. Oh, absolutely. I would greatly enjoy that. I think that would be a great time. But I'll tell you what else is a great time. This plane path, very central, pretty kind to everybody on this Erangel drop. I mean, we did have that sort of melee circle last time. It was cruel. We'll see a little bit kinder times this time.
Yeah, people didn't like that. And I think one team that played that out pretty well, and I'm going to give them credit for it, was Down One Gaming. You know, they head down to Cliffside, picked up Shaq, and then got a really nice squad wipe. Used that ability and that time to cross the actual river between Sosnovka, well, more like the channel between Sosnovka and the main island, and got on. Obviously, it's not ideal, but I think we were discussing this, John, and you made a really good point and said that, you know, it was the right play in the moment. Unfortunately, the right play doesn't always result in a win, unfortunately, but I do think Dan One's still making those right plays. However, their overall caliber of team fighters in this lobby has been elevated a lot, just having Western here. We know West is an aggressive region overall. Whenever I've actually casted or watched games from the West, there's usually eliminations going on in the first minute most of the time. We're seeing that a lot more frequently here in the PMGC Grand Finals that we didn't see in East League.
Yeah, so maybe it's being a little bit forced onto those Eastern teams, and the question is, can they adapt to that? Can they change around it? But for now, I mean, Enigma Galaxy rep in the East fairly strong, I have to say. I mean, their points total's great. We've had a couple of criticisms as to, you know, how they've gotten those points, but you can't argue with the results.
Yeah, exactly. And just how beautiful this PMG Scar L skid is. Ooh. You know, the circles have also been equally beautiful coming through for the guys at Enigma Galaxy. You can see that in just that stat total we actually saw over on the desk, in which case a lot of their placement points is the grand majority of the amount of overall rankings that they've been able to put in here, John. You know, their eliminations aren't too high. We saw that over on Miramar with that crazy southern shift down towards the coast side where they practically just stayed in that shack, in that compound the entire time. But I do think that that play means a whole lot just in terms of the game there. I think when you look at it, like, not being able to win that game says a lot about Enigma Galaxy. Now, they're a team that, yes, I'm still a fan of, and I love the way they play Sandhawk, and finally they come away with a first place rather than the second place there, but still there are things that are wrong with this team. Not to say that right now that first place isn't deserved. A lot of the games they have played correctly, second into a first, it's nothing to shake your head at, really.
So what you're saying is, if you were to get those PMGC player cards, you wouldn't be necessarily choosing Enigma Galaxy at this point. You would summon maybe some of the other PubG Mobile teams to collect them, to go and win some of your battles?
Yeah, obviously, what I'd say is I'd put Ralph in defense mode, and I would put Top in attack mode. That's the way it would go around, honestly. But I do think I would probably summon Ralph. That guy is a genius of Sandhawk. He really has the numbers, the strats all worked out. Mainly the numbers in terms of the first aid kits that he's usually holding. But, you know, that is something that we'll leave for another day. We do have a total of 1 million viewers watching right now. So thank you so much to everyone at home. And yes, it is a big wow, John. Wow to you guys. Honestly, go redeem your tokens. You deserve them. Get yourself some great rewards. And maybe there'll be some more rewards throughout the entirety of this tournament. But you'll have to watch out for that, because we're still watching out for that grand prize pool being announced for 2022, which we're all excited for. But there is that 1.5 million on the line right now for the PMGC Grand Finals.
God, do you know what? All the prize pool I need is James's little dances at the end of those segments. I absolutely love. I live for that. It's so good.
We do, and like Jason said, he looks like he's been working out. You know, he's been in the gym. You know, his moves were fluid this time around. He looked good, and yeah, that dance really was the cherry on the top of the cake. There, we love to see it. Nova, Jimmy drops down. We'll just be sitting over by Gakka side. They have this 2-2 split going on. It's fairly okay. There's not really a lot of players around their location. I think the most congested spot is actually probably Pachinki at the moment with Down One Gaming and Enigma Galaxy. Enigma Galaxy currently sat very solidly within Pachinki, yet Down One Gaming's off to their northern side, potentially trying to find a place to find home. They have gone very central. This is more akin to what we saw in their league finals, where they were able to put up some mad numbers.
Mad numbers on the mind at the moment. A good gap for Enigma Galaxy as we hop on board there in Pachinki. Maybe a little bit northwest. And look at that Lord giving it to him. Glasses up the nose. That's how you know he's serious.
Oh, I know, right? He's logged in. He's locked on. Doesn't have his glasses in game though. Doesn't need them with the phone that close to his face. You know, that's fine. We don't need that. He's not going to go for that eye damage. He doesn't need the glasses getting in the way. And realistically, he just needs them to see far, far away. And right now, victory is close to his future, as we can see right now with the points currently on screen. 57, first place. Second place sat at 39. Good stuff for Enigma Galaxy. Again, cannot fault them. But his next Ryu is really kind of like that wild card for me, because they came out firing on all cylinders in that finals for West, but their league play it wasn't really all that astonishing, to be honest with you. But they do look like a good team to me. I'm still rooting for them. I think they found them some very good positions with the map and the circles so far, and I think they've fell prey to quite a few of these third parties, unfortunately.
A regular pattern. I'm gonna loop back a little bit to what we saw in East League is the rotation from the Infinity, from this military base drop that they've gone for at the moment. Generally, it was guarded out by Reject over on that bridge. It started out a little bit 6-8 guarded, and then Reject sort of took over that. And now, Reject not in the lobby, S2G are in the way, but they might not be guarding it in the same sort of fortitude as we saw from Reject. So it might make the Infinity's games a little bit easier here.
Still, S2G, very, very spiky opponents. They're an extremely hot-headed team, honestly, and not in a bad way either. I think when they come into a fight, they definitely fight with passion, and I think that's the main thing that we can take away from S2G, is that some of their team fighting ability is extremely strong. Just taking a look at some of the West that I was able to pick up on, and for me, I think S2G is a team that can get towards the top of the lobby. Fortunately, they're lagging behind a little bit. And in a 3-day stint, you really want to start off strong, which is why it's so dangerous letting Enigma Galaxy get towards the top here, when this team really does rely on those steady and consistent points, especially from Sandhog. They do it well on Erangel and now also on Miramar. And that's terrifying for me. And I think Enigma Galaxy getting a good head start like this is something they can keep up with. I don't think Enigma Galaxy is the most flashy team in the world, but they certainly put up points when they need to.
Absolutely. I mean, they're on 50 set. That's almost a 20-point average, right? Coming from 3 games, a phenomenal start to proceedings. But that is subject to future variance as well, right? It's likely that they're going to see some 1, 2, 3-point games over the course of this 18-game set. And we'll have to see when that starts to come through, because the later that happens, the less likely that it is to happen, right? As soon as you lock in those big points totals, it gets less likely that you're going to drop off on that variance.
And I do think that, you know, last little point on Enigma Galaxy here, if you are a fan of the Arabian region, right, like Enigma Galaxy is doing something that we have never seen from an Arabic team before, and that is really topping the tables over in these teams where we're playing with the best of the best. Usually, we do have an Arabian team that gets in and does decently well, but it's more towards the bottom of those rankings, whereas Enigma Galaxy right now, they are putting a statement on, and realistically, they're a fantastic Arabic team, and it's good to see this kind of change come about when we just haven't seen that so far in a long, long time. Taking a look right now, though, at the map, heads up towards the northern side with this circle. Going to cause a fair few problems, especially with so many teams down towards the south side of that island. On the other hand, Alpha 7 make their little run away from that top side of the map towards Severny. Team Secret, they will have to weather the storm. That is the big problem for them right now. They're in a very, very much contested area within that tree line. A lot of teams will be heading through this way, so if they get caught off guard, because the tree line will keep them hidden, but they'll also keep other teams that move into their area hidden as well. So they're going to really have to be aware of their surroundings.
They should be aware of the teams approaching, though, because it's likely that teams from the south are going to sort of swing in from the sides in those vehicle rotations and try and find a spot that way. Should give that little bit of info. It depends on the split that Team Secret take, right, as to what sort of information they can gather. Enigma Galaxy, though, they found a little bit of trouble against the 4 rivals, and Ralph does go down. Fenerbahce actually taking that flush, and they get away with it. It's a full point, and it's clean.
I think for Enigma Galaxy, you know, this is one of their weaker points, is that sticking around in place far too long. Usually works out for them, because we have seen circles that have gone in their favour, but they stuck towards Pachinki for a very, very long time there, John. By the time they move up, there's already teams all around them. They have Fenerbahce moving into that fight, as well as 4 rivals on top of Roblox Hill. They have great sightlines all over the place, so getting a quick knock in and allowing that to be picked up by someone else. Yes, it doesn't give 4 rivals a point, but it gives them a general indication of the players in their surrounding area, and this is fine for them. That's why you play Roblox Hill. That information gathering is amazing.
Xavier moving up a little bit closer. to that river, to that bridge, and maybe looking across a little bit later. Stalwart. They came out swinging with a really strong chicken dinner, and they are still sat in that third place position, so still very much in contention for that top spot, see how much further they can go.
I think playing from Novo really requires Stalwart to play this edge playstyle, right? And I think for Stalwart, they have some very good movements towards the middle and the end of the game, right, John? Where they're able to get around the map is beautiful. S2G chiming in here towards Nick Alex, taking a few shots. Modi drops to the floor. And a pop of smoke. He will have to crawl back to the rest of his team to get back picked up again. But I don't think S2G is going to continue this too much, especially with Nick Galaxy now firmly within the warm embrace of Concrete.
They have already lost a player. Well, it depends how many bullets you shoot at it, I suppose. You've got to send that kinetic energy somewhere. It has to disperse somehow, but S2G, you got to make it a little bit hotter as they crash straight into the ground floor of the garage. Timber lighting a fire underneath them, starting to spark it. Not really going too much further than the staircase. Doesn't want to step too far out of the line. Another bouncer. Doesn't quite find a body there. Doesn't actually take the full knock, and just a sliver of HP keeps Silas at 3 standing. Silas on the off angle, and there's a nade from Timber. Sends the second one out, and that will do the job. Timber down the stairs, takes care of Freak as well. He's on to 2 now. He turns around now. It's just Law to deal with. Silas in for the backup. Rip 7. Healing up in the sidelines, but it looks like Name of Galaxy's reign might be coming to a stop just now. Silas around the wall, but it's teammates working together. S2G take down the top dog.
Really, really well played to S2G there. You know, we were talking about them earlier, just this passionate team full of fire, and that's what we like to see from her. They could certainly take these compound finishes. You know, back when we saw a fair few of these players on Cloud's Digital Athletics, you know, their compound play was unrivaled a lot of times, and I think it was those off angles that looked so good, specifically from Silas, and he makes it look easy there. And regardless of what happened in that fight, Silas would have been able to pick up the pieces. So very good setup coming through from S2G, and that'll hold Nick Galaxy. Now, this is a really big opening now for Stalwart. You see them on your screen. They're moving across Yaz West Bridge, so they're beginning over towards the top side of this circle. But with so much river in this, so much awkward landmass to play around with, you know, Stalwart's victory, or at least their path towards it, to try and jump above Nick Galaxy, might be a little bit tougher than they might have hoped for.
2 players from 6 to 8 crashing into 2 from Na'Vi, not all regrouped just yet. Potential to find that regroup, but it's Tixie and Matic in the compound. Sunan does get knocked there and will get flushed. That's another elimination, and backup arrives for Na'Vi as Matic does get traded. 6 to 8, looking to get this backup in as well as this fight devolves into an all-out bloodthirst. Yugang around the side, challenges Tixie and wins that one. Daoshi up on the top as well, looking to potentially push down. Get the backup against this Na'Vi squad. The nade from Meku pops in through and under the stairs. Daoshi is going to go straight on up and get out of dodge for that.
It was very dangerous from Daoshi there. I mean, just careening past that grenade. Could have gone off at any moment. Godlike starting to look towards this fight as well. They hear the fighting, they hear the gunshots. They're ready to pick up a few points on the back of this one. Sat down in 14th place with only 9 points total. Beautiful nade comes through from Yu Yang. Will start this fight off anew for them.
Meku now, I think, last standing for Na'Vi. All 4 of them are alive, but with only 1 gun in action, it's going to be tricky to hold this off with Godlike in the wings as well. It's all to play for. 6 to 8, equally unlucky, but they still have 2 guns in the fight. Meku reposition, wants to get some backup, but looks for the spike instead.
Oh my God,
down Na'Vi. Really struggling to stay alive here, but there's the flush, and it's good. Kitsune now last standing for Na'Vi.
Daoshi, final member, and Godlike, this is go time for them. This is a perfect third party coming through from these experienced players from India. Yu Yang up top side, very low here. Daoshi in an awkward position, just has to play on the top. Kitsune though finds one, looks for another, close the door on him.
Nice.
And it will get broken, will get bursted. Clutch God able to get that knock. Jonathan, Reservoir here as well. 6 to 8 still on their island on the stairs, looking for the reses, and they will be able to put 2 of them back standing tall here against the crash from Godlike. All 4 of them are alive, but Looking for those reses. Still the nade up top, and it's good for one. Does a lot of damage. Forces the jump over the side for Daoshi. And there's a fadeaway. And it's a team nade. Miscommunication. Daoshi finds a second as well. And again, look like they're standing up. One more might just be able to do it. Daoshi with a drop shot, but it can't quite close down the push from Godlike. And the Indian players are going to be able to wipe out with a beautiful third party.
What should have been easy, though, John, turns into one knock and one elimination for Godlike, which is not what they were prepared for, what they wanted at all. So, on the other hand, they're moving over the top side of the map. Fortunately, Revo managed to find at least one knock there. I believe they might have got a flush through as well. Yes, they did. So Stall only down to 3 players. On our screen, it is Furious Gaming versus Fenerbahce.
Fenerbahce, oh, he steps right into the firing line. The Tigers in. Furious Gaming, they're able to find that knock pretty easily here. In comes a potential third party for DXavier, or are they just going to try and get ahead of the game and move in towards Rozhok? Rabis swiftly shifts into reverse there, gets back in the lake. Team Secret moving in from the north side, now Duck out in the water. Gonna have to sit on that one, but Fenerbahce now under pressure from Team Secret, and I think this is where they crumble.
Moving away from that fight, you know, with Rozhok just being so heavily contested by so many teams, there's not really an opportunity to leave a compound at this point in time, John.
Unfortunate. Difficult ground ahead for so many of these teams. Down one with a pretty central Rozhok position, but they're surrounded on all fronts. They're going to have to fight out of that area if the circle doesn't shift towards them. Have to wait and see on that one.
I mean, for down one, finishing league finals up towards Yaz's side, you know, being able to play that one out in the concrete, in the jungle, you know, you'd imagine down one's really kind of perfected at this point in time. Their movements were crispy clean, so I'm hoping to see some of the same coming through from down one, but it's Fenerbahce somehow makes the 180, gets at least one from Ice Shot, but Team Secret will secure at least a position here on the eastern side. 4 rivals up towards the warehouse. The top side of Rozhok, so have some high ground to play around with here. The real question for me is when this next circle hits, because depending on where it goes, things can get real fishy real soon. If it heads up towards that north side, you're going to see a lot of fishies in that water.
Don't doubt it for a second. Absolutely. Boys, we are just waiting for this shrink, really. Nobody wants to make this move. Stalwart at the moment. On the northern shore, 3 players alive, pretty close to Godlike, who also have 3 alive. But then you've got Alpha 7. They're going to be the arbiters on that northern edge, should it come down to that. We'll have to wait and see.
This is a winning position here for Alpha 7. You can't quite see it on your screen right now, but they're off to that northern side, that north coast. And
hello, bro.
Play downwards from here and just pick up parties and move across the bridge, across the water.
To the best.
So yeah, really all this depend on
Try
this,
to the best playing, bro,
yes,
Jonathan.
They couldn't get into Rozhok, but they try to go for a gamble here. Unfortunately, it does not pay off as we see the circle hit down towards that south side. A little bit more awkward, but it does see some teams safe. Down one Gaming, S2G, 4 rivals.
We're going to be seeing that shift come up with screens in just a second there. A south coast shift, so now the crossing on the cards for Godlike, Stalwart, and Alpha 7. Nova, I feel like, actually in a pretty decent spot to stop this. The question is, what can they do to stop this descent from Alpha 7, from those teams on the north?
It's a bit tricky. The Infinity, though, they move immediately. They know they need to get into these buildings. They were right on that south side, playing the edge from Sosnovka military base. Now they can at least get a little bit of respite ahead of them. Unfortunately, teams see this come through. A lot of eyes are over towards them. Logan takes a fair few shots. Godtony goes down completely. DXavier, not really sure what they were doing. You know, there is a gamble, and then there is kind of putting yourself on the right of the edge of the coin, right? It never works out. It's so precarious playing this position because they were playing for both Rozhok and the northern coast. And realistically, playing here, I don't think it was the play.
4 rivals looking to pick up the points from the fish, casting the line out wide. Nova, Stalwart, Godlike, all in the water here. There's the crash. Zekot just sends it right behind Nova as well. A bold choice, but really, you don't have any other option.
Scry extremely low, will go down to the water itself. Pika, final player remaining here for Stalwart. Sees Clutch got off in the distance, zooming his way down towards the water side, but realistically it's this eastern side of the map that we're all looking towards at the moment. So much space on the western side though at the moment for Next Ruya to try and make their way in. Who's the same vehicle?
Clutch got a paranoid. Who's the same vehicle? Oh, Clutch got takes him out. Oh my goodness me. What a way to go. And then Pemburu finds the third party onto that fight. Goodness me.
Kind of like Jurassic Park mode with Clutch God just scraping the top of the vehicle off with his claws and then sending the M4 in afterwards. Paraboy goes down to something they never expected there. Now Nova down to just 2. That's an awkward ending for them in the waters. Down 1 though, still sitting strong. Team Secret trying to make their way up the building, but it is uphill, and Down 1 will know it's coming for the time being. Like I said, Down 1 get DXA kind of playing the game of having a cake and also eating it, right? So we'll see what can get done here. Right now, they are able to hold off Furious Gaming, who are really struggling on this eastern side with the help of Team Secret sending a few shots their way too.
A lot of nades being traded now. The Xavier suffering. I'm looking next to Ruya's position right now and thinking they're on the outside of this town. If the circle shifts out to the west, they might just be quids in, but they'll have to hope for that shift to come on through. Everybody duking it out now. Team Secret, this core against Down 1 Gaming. This could be the decider for a really strong team position.
Yeah, this is an elevated position on the map, and we'll see where this next circle goes. Does head over towards Down 1 Gaming's position, but Jumper's making it work for the time being. They've found their way into the building. Forrest tries to go off against a few. Now Fabian remaining on the ground floor. Song comes in too to try and help out a little bit, and Team Secret crumbling.
Excellent crossfire set up there from Forrest and Fabian. Sung on the backup, as you say, and Jumper left out in the cold. The res is possible for Down 1 Gaming, and they might just be able to hold on to this position. Eye shots pretty much a goner here. Not much you could do as Forrest looking to get res as well.
Oh dear me, what's happened there? Nice Molotov from Jumper, takes down 2 at least. It trickles down from the stairway, the fires like lava.
They are going to burn away. And now there's 3 players alive for Down 1. How much more does Jumper have left in the tank? Junie suppressing those angles, stopping those cheeky little shots. Godlike eliminated in the meantime. On the eastern side of the circle, it's still a bloodbath. Jumper left, last player alive as Nova go down on that shoreline. Stalwart's still in it, and Alpha 7, the only team to make a clean crossing. Well, I say clean, 2 of them have gone down already, Blank.
Massive surprise from Pika to be able to make his way across the river there, all the way on that northern side. Alpha 7, like you say, trying to make their way in, but with only 2, not looking too likely. 4 rivals still.
Deep. Mana. Godlike eliminate you. अरे भाई invite কই আইছে না হ্যাঁ তোর তো দেখান না তুই ফ্রেন্ড লিস্ট নাই তো তুই দেখায় না দেখি বুঝলাম না তো তো ইয়েও দেখান না না কত আটা হিসেবে বাহ। Five 5309 5309 7400 সুলতান ভাই ডাক্কানি 0 view Tabalajas. Oguara Abir.
আবিরত্ব বাদাম হয়েছে আমার তো। তাই না দিনকেও আমরা
Team match, let's go. Reloading!
Match point for the red team. Marked a location.
Kill!
Marked a location.
Enemy down! Nice shot! Kill! Cover me! Dead! Enemy down! Reloading!
Killing spree for the blue team! Half of the match is over, and the blue team is in the lead.
Expired! Cover me! Kill! Reloading! Target down! Cover me! Dead! Reloading! Nice shot! Cover me! No mercy! Reloading! Kill! Expired! Cover me!
The blue team leads with 30 seconds left.
Nice shot! Reloading! Expired! Cover me! Blue team victory!
চলো ইয়েটা দিই খেলছি না ইটাতে এক কিল চুরি হয়ে রে ইয়া এত কিল চুরি করছো তাহলে বাকা এদিকে বুঝছো নি আনেকের মধ্যে 17টা কিল করছি এটা কি তো ইয়ে তো এড হয়নি ওই যে একটা প্লাস পয়েন্টও এড হয়নি 17টা কিল করছি সব কিল চুরি ঢুকো খেলবাইনি আনেকে দে
বাহ সুলতান রে লিগে
জানতো খেলা
টিডিএম খেলার
2 মিনিট মাত্র হইছে আর বাকি 6 মিনিট
সুলতান রুম আইতো না আমরা লগে
এ
আমরা লগে রুম জীবনে আইতো না আমার লগে
না না ইয়ো তাও
এই দিন সুলতান রে মারছি ও গ্রুপও তো ভিডিও দিছি না নি তোর ইয়ো মাইক্রোফোন রেস্টার্ট গ্রুপও ইয়ো মেসেজ দিছিলাম না নি হয় টাকটি
মেটাউট না দেনি
দিলা ইয়ো দিলা লিবিক দিলা টাকটি খেলা এই সেই কত এক্সকিউজ
বলছি তুমি আমাকে কি এরকম লাইক করো
আমার চ্যানেল 7টা ইয়ো কিতা YouTube.
Good job! Good job!
Enemies ahead!
Balik, balik pergi zon selamat.
শুনলেন না? হ্যাঁ কও।
Enemies ahead! Please recall me. Please recall me.
Enemies ahead.
Watch out. Please recall me. Please recall me. Marked a location. Please recall me.
Help!
Watch out. Please recall me. Watch out. Please recall me. I'm recalling a teammate. Thanks. Okay. Watch out.
Help! Help!
Watch out.
Help!
Watch out. I'm recalling a teammate. Thanks.
আমি এই জায়গায় আছে সমস্যা কভারে রিভাইভ দিতেছে নাকি
Marked a location.
এমনই শেষ হয়ে গেছে হ্যাঁ আচ্ছা আরে এমন ওই যে ওইদিকে ওরে ভাই ঠিক আছে ওরে রে ঠিকঠাক হয়ে গেল একটা স্মোকটি দিয়া কাম হইছে না তো ধরে ঢুকতে পারতাম না ওকে সামনে মারে আরে এই জায়গায়
অন্য কোন নাম্বার দিলা
আর নাম্বার
দিলাইতে আমারটা দিয়া লাভ নাই
এরা কেটা ঢুকেছে
I don't know brother
ঠিক মার
Doggy go doggy go
জায়গা রুল একটু পুরা রাখতে লাগে
আমি মাঠে গেছিলাম না তো
লুটো মুদ্দা মারা তো বহুত মিটার ফলাইছে
enemies ahead.
Please recall me. Watch out! I'm recalling a teammate. Thanks. Marked a location. Enemies ahead! Don't give up. Your teammates need you.
Let me, taga. Ohon.